32 has become 16, and we're headed to Kansas City. Cascade Hoops Talk starts right now. Happy Sunday morning. Welcome to Cascade Hoops Talk. And we are down to, you went from 64 to 16 pretty fast. You got to admit it. Let's go through the 16 pods real quick and then take a look at who they're going to play in Kansas City. So let's start over in Caldwell, Idaho. They beat Friends tonight. They're headed to Kansas City. In that game tonight, Tyler Robinette, 15 points, 5 rebounds. The College of Idaho will be heading to Kansas City again. They look loaded, locked and loaded. Langston, another squeaker. They had to go to overtime. They beat Central Baptist. This team, if it wasn't for close games, this team would never win anything. They win every close game. Anyway, they beat Central Baptist in overtime. Mario McKinney, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Got to give Langston a lot of credit. They battle tough and they hang in there and they just plain win. They're going to actually, we're going to go through it in a moment, but they're going to be playing College of Idaho right off the get-go in Kansas City. Northwestern tonight over in Huntington, Indiana. They beat the Huntington Foresters, and they are headed to Kansas City. Alex Van Kalsbeek in this game, 17 points, 4 rebounds. They really look good. That offense was super effective against Huntington tonight. Alex Van Kalsbeek really is he's on a roll. That's what I'm trying to say. He runs that offense almost like a point guard. They're fun to watch. What happened over in Georgetown? Well, they won as well. Georgetown's heading to Kansas City. There's a big surprise. I think they have a condo there they keep there. They're there every year. They defeated St. Francis, Indiana, 83-64. Dre Boyd, 23 points, 11 rebounds for the double-double for the Tigers, and they're headed to Kansas City. Going down to Glendale, Arizona. Arizona Christian, they're headed to Kansas City. They defeated Oregon Tech tonight. S.A. Onekpomo, 21 points, 6 rebounds, but that wasn't the story in this one. They won this with defense. They held Oregon Tech to under 30% shooting, and they held them for 52 points. Congratulations to the Firestorm. They're going to Kansas City. Let's take a look down at the Cumberlands. Well, the Cumberlands, they're headed to Kansas City as well, the University of the Cumberlands. They defeated Mobile 93-77. It was nip and tuck for a bit in that game, but Anthony Johnson, I've said it several times, he has really come on the last 2 months for this team. 26 points, 4 rebounds in that win. Going over to Dalton, Georgia, the number 11 seed, St. Mary of the Woods, they are going to Kansas City. Congratulations to them. That's huge for that program. They defeated Ave Maria tonight, 89-81. Listen to this. Greg Jenkins, the player of the day, 43 points, 5 rebounds. 43 points, 5 rebounds. St. Mary of the Woods will see you in Kansas City. Over to Winona Lake, you know who's there, the Grace Lancers. Well, guess what? They're going to Kansas City as well. Pikeville gave them a really good run, but Grace, just too much Grace down the stretch. Grace won this one 75-67. Ian Scott, double-double, 18 points, 10 rebounds. I'm really happy I'll get to see him play in Kansas City, one of my favorite NAIA players to watch. I love his energy. Let's head down to Henderson, Tennessee. Freed Hardeman, yes, they're headed to Kansas City. They defeated Spring Arbor. This was a tight game. Freed Hardeman needed a last-second shot. Coach Cottingham, those turnovers down the stretch. Oh, I know you wish you could have those back. But congratulations to Freed Hardeman. We'll see them at the Crown Plaza because they defeated Spring Arbor. They're going to Kansas City. Jordan Stevens for Freed Hardeman, 20 points, 3 rebounds. What about over in Marion, Indiana at Indiana Wesleyan? Life defeated Indiana Wesleyan tonight, and they are headed to Kansas City. They beat Indiana Wesleyan 88-74. Chase Harris, he's had an unbelievable year for the Running Eagles. 25 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Congratulations, Coach. We'll see you in Kansas City. Oh, down to the Masters. Southern Oregon, my friend Matt Zolzel, he's headed to Kansas City with his Southern Oregon Raiders. They defeated Montana Tech last night and the Masters tonight, and they are the 11 seed, and they are headed to Kansas City. So, hey, NAI fans, I don't know how deep Southern Oregon will go, but you got to watch them. You got to watch Bryce Dyer. He is one of the toughest guys in the country, one of the best offensive rebounders in the country. So that'll be a treat for the fans there in Kansas City. I will see all you Southern Oregon fans there in Kansas City as well. Don't worry, I'm not taking an Oregon Tech shirt, so don't throw anything at me. Going down to West Palm Beach, Florida, Kaiser, they are headed to Kansas City tonight or today. They defeated William Woods. What was the score there? 78-72. Tryon Payne, 25 points, 3 rebounds. Congratulations to Kaiser. Talk about great players. The country's going to get to take a good look at Vince Miskowitz. He's a very, very good player. And I've talked about him a lot on the show. He's kind of an appears to be an effortless scorer and rebounder. He's strong as a bull. Let's go down to the Liston Quadrant where LSU Alexandria, yes, they are headed to Kansas City. They defeated Nelson tonight, 77-65. Who was their leading scorer? 2 guesses. Nope, time's up. Cashing that, 21 points, 9 rebounds. America gets to see him up close and personal in the Muni. Oh, boy, are you going to be there? You're going to lose. You're going to miss out. Come to Kansas City. Watch these guys. It's great basketball. I'm telling you, it is unbelievable basketball. What happened over in Mishawaka, Indiana? Bethel Pilots. Steve Draben is coming to Kansas City. Coach, I can't wait to see you. They beat Morningside tonight. Trent Miller and the Morningside Mustangs. Awesome program. But congratulations to the Bethel Pilots. They defeated Morningside 93-84. Jameer Jefferson, 23 points, 4 assists to be Bethel's leading scorer. I love this guy. He came in, he became a college basketball player on the props of his defensive ability, and he is a good defender. And in the off season, he said, I want to add more to my game. And he developed, there's the word I'm looking for. Good job, Bill. He developed an offensive ability to score the ball and get to the rim. He's strong as a bull. And he just worked. He worked. That's what I'm trying to say. Worked and worked. Where today he was Bethel's leading scorer in Jameer's biggest game of his life up to this point. Really a great story. Jameer Jefferson, look forward to seeing you again. I've met you before. Look forward to seeing you again in Kansas City. Baldwin City, Baker, they're going to Kansas City. They defeated Concordia today, 80-63. Ahmed Magoob, 16 points, 3 rebounds. Talk about guys who have been there, delivered for their teams all season long. Ahmed he's been there all season long for the Baker Wildcats. Congratulations to Baker. I can't wait to see you guys in Kansas City. One word on Concordia, class act. Ben Limbach, the Concordia Bulldogs, really a class act. They are what makes NAIA basketball so special. And obviously there's a lot of teams like that around the country, but hats off to Concordia. A great season. They're going to lose a couple. Noah Schutz graduating, and so is Tristan Smith. Going to be tough to see those guys go. Sioux Center, Iowa, big surprise. Everybody thought Dort, number one, they're really, really good. Number two, they're almost impossible to beat in Sioux Center there at the DeWitt. But Oklahoma Wesleyan, what somebody last night on this show said, don't bet against Donnie Bostwick. Who could that have been? Donnie Bostwick and his Oklahoma Wesleyan Eagles, They go into Dort, into the DeWitt, and they beat Dort. What was the score there? 75-73. Good game, a great game today. Derek Talton Jr., 24 points, 5 rebounds, and the country's going to get to see him and Jaden Litsky there in Kansas City, and that's going to be lots of fun. Those are the games. Why don't we just stop here? See, look at that. That's magic. I have the bracket up now. Hopefully you can see it. I'm going to make it just a little bigger. Okay, that's probably big. Now let's go one more. One more, because I know half of you guys are blind. Okay, let's just go through the matchups. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. College of Idaho. This is March 20th. I couldn't even tell you what day that is. It's 4 days from now. College of Idaho is going to play Langston. That is a great matchup right there. Northwestern is going to play Georgetown. Is that a great matchup or what? Arizona Christian is going to play the University of the Cumberlands. You don't get excited about that? These are great basketball games. This is going to be interesting. Now I made it. This is Grace versus St. Mary of the Woods. Everybody's going to say, oh, St. Mary doesn't have a chance. That's what they said about them all year long. Grace obviously is very, very, very good. But that's going to be a great matchup as well. So let's go to the other side of the bracket through the magic of the magic hand here. Let's go back up to the top. Okay. March 22nd. Don't worry. You know what? We'll figure out the dates. I don't want to start giving you wrong dates. Oh, the quarterfinals are played on this day. These are the dates for this one. Okay. You know what? Go to NAI.org, pull up the bracket. But Freed Hardeman is going to play live. That's going to be a really, really, really good game. My friends at Southern Oregon are going to face Kaiser. Bryce Dyer and Vince Miskowitz, those two fighting over rebounds, that's going to be kind of interesting. That's going to be a good matchup. LSU Alexandria and Bethel, two great programs, great coaches. I don't know what they're going to charge to get in that place, but it's not enough. And Baker is going to take on Oklahoma Wesleyan. Oh, man. Well, Kansas versus Oklahoma. Those are the matchups. Anyway, I spent too long on that, but those are the matchups. I hope you're planning on coming to Kansas City, but if you're not, hang on just a second. Let's get this off here. Nope, wrong way. Hang on. Okay, there we go. So if you're not going to be in Kansas City, first, if you're not going to be in Kansas City, check in with Cascade Hoops Talk, watch our X account and our Substack and our YouTube. We're going to do updates. I'm going to call them live, but we'll record them from right there from courtside. And in between each game, we'll talk about the game that just happened. We'll talk about the game that's upcoming. We're going to try to grab as many people as we can and interview them for you. We're going to try to be set up where people can just walk up and do that. And also, you know how we always do, I want to get all 16 coaches while we're there. 10, 15 minutes so that people around the country can hear these great coaches talk about their teams and their programs. I like to meet every fan who's there. We're going to be, obviously the center is the Crown Plaza. That's where we'll be. Just come up and talk to us. And, you know, if you want to spend a few minutes talking NAIA basketball, if you don't mind having a camera put in your face, we'll do that. Because the more content that we can get, we want to give people a feel for what this great tournament is. It's not just those 40 minutes of the basketball game. It's really quite the event. So look for us at the Crown Plaza. Look for us at the I'm not hard to find. I'm just a big fat guy, and I got a shirt and a hat that says Cascade Hoops Talk. I'm really easy to find. So come up and say hello. If you want to sit down for a couple of minutes and talk, if you're from the school, if you're a parent, if you're a big fan, talk about NAI basketball. I'd love to talk to you. So we'll see you sometime next week from Kansas City. We're flying out there early next week, and I hope everybody has a safe travel And if your team won, congratulations. And if it doesn't, well, enjoy this tournament anyway, because it's one of the best tournaments in America. We'll talk to you soon. This is Billy D. Thank you very much for supporting our podcast. Please like and subscribe. Get out to your local NAIA school, because NAIA basketball is the best entertainment value in America.